All right. Obviously very pleased with our effort tonight, and start off and give Charlotte a lot of credit. They played well. They came out, played extremely hard and well early. Actually, were playing with a little greater energy than we were. Not that we weren't playing hard, but they were at a high level. Our guys responded. I thought that was a total team win for us. We needed everybody, every basket, every rebound, every free throw, every deflection, every stop. And, some guys came up really, really big for us. Some guys came up big that the stats will show that they were big, and some guys came up big that the stats won't show that they came up big. So I was pleased. We have to, as a program, take, as we progress here in this process of building this thing up and trying to build a program of excellence, is we got to celebrate the small things, the little blocks in the foundation of what we're building. We end this term now with 9 guys on the honor roll with over a 3.0 grade point average. Those are the little successes and blocks that we need to celebrate. We win 7 games in the non-conference. That's the first time in 4 years. Most wins in the non-conference. That's important. 3 straight home games. That's the first time in 4 years we've done that against Division I teams. Those are little things that 4 or 5 years down the road you'll look back and say that was really important in what you're trying to build. And I don't want us as staff and our players to lose sight of that. With that being said, our guys came out and they fought for 40 minutes. I thought Tulio was exceptional tonight. Great energy. It's amazing how many more shots you make when you're playing as hard as he played. Again, a guy that will go unnoticed is Big Nick. Haslam was hurting us inside. We put Nick in there. The 3 possessions he was in there, 3 straight stops. No one's going to notice that except us and his teammates. Those are things that, we have to take great pride in. I thought Jiggets played well. I thought Terrence played really well. Banks played well. Isaiah played well. Our 2 freshmen played really well for us. They were probably the difference in the game. Justin made shots but defended well, and give David Collins credit. He is exactly what I thought he is. He's a tough sucker. He hasn't practiced in 3 weeks. Had 2 days of 3-on-3 and 1 day of practice. Just half the practice yesterday. And he came out there and competed at a high level today. That's because he's tough. His parents raised him right. I love him, those guys getting those minutes are only going to help us down the road. So pleased with where we're at. We could always get better, and we're going to keep getting better.
Tulio played 60 minutes Monday night, plays over 30 tonight. What was the biggest difference for him?
His energy level. Those guys know. It's not based on statistics. It's based on are you playing hard? Are you disciplined? Are you focused to what we're trying to get done? And when he does, he has games like tonight. The one thing we always got to remember, he's a sophomore. He hasn't played that much. And to be honest with you, he's learning that every possession is important because we're trying to win every game, and I'm not sure that was always the case for him. But when he's on top of his game with that energy and effort, he's a really good player and he can really help us. But at the same time, he understands if he isn't, then he knows that he's not going to play as many minutes. Now I give him an opportunity to bounce back and so forth, but he's practiced better. He came back after that game the other night. The last 2 days of practice, he responded well and he played well.
How's Peyton doing?
Yeah, he's fine. He might need some stitches, I guess. I don't know, but they taped him up pretty good, and he's going to use the air ball he shot. He's going to use that as an excuse, obviously. I thought he did a lot of good things for us tonight. He really did, and 4 assists and the 1 turnover at the end. I got to watch that on film because I don't know if that was a travel or not. But I think he'll be all right. Maybe a little scar there, but little battle wound. He'll be fine.
Charlotte was shooting lights out early.
Yeah.
You guys kind of made 6 of your last 8 at the end of that first half and get them out of what they were doing. How big was the end of that first half at springboard?
Well, it was big. Those last 8 minutes were big. We won the last 2 rounds. We went to the zone. White was out of the game with foul trouble, so we went to the zone, and it was effective. You know, they made a couple, but we were able, every miss that they had, we were able to get transition out of it. If you can rebound out of the zone, you can always run better because you're in perfect position to run because your guards are up top and your bigs are down low. So now you get the rebound, you kick it out to them, and you're off to the races, and that's what we did. But our zone was effective in the first half, not as effective in the second half. But to close that gap, to be down, what were we down, 14 at one point? To cut it to 1 possession at halftime, and to go on that run and feel better about getting stops, getting rebounds, and scoring gave us some life heading into the halftime, no question about it.
About the zone.
Yep.
Justin hits the 3 to tie the 52 piece. It looked like you guys went into 2-3 and hit the 3 over.
Yeah.
Did you? What was the thought process?
Yeah, just, you know, they had got a couple drives to the basket, and we were effective in the zone the first half. You know, again, it's just an area of growth that we need to have. We've always been a little better in the zone in the first half than the second half because the defense is in front of us in the first half. So guys on the bench and the coaches can call out some of the adjustments. In the second half in the zone, you're on your own down there. And we have to communicate better. Where there's a lack of communication, negative things happen. And that's what happened a couple times when we went zone in the second half. But again, I thought Justin made some crucial baskets for us. You know, and we're getting to a point which is good. When he misses, you're surprised that he missed. You know, that one right in front of our bench was halfway in. You thought that was, you know, no tick that he missed it, to be honest with you. But, yeah, he did a lot of good things for us tonight.
Anything else?
All right, everybody have a great holiday. Merry Christmas to everybody. Be safe.